Hi everyone, it's Steve here from Mash Buttons TV and welcome to my first Let's Play on the channel. I'm going to be playing Resident Evil Remake on the PS4 and we're going to be playing it on the hardest setting so far. And I've decided to play as Jill. I'm just going to be quiet now so you can actually hear the audio of the introduction sequence. So yeah, I'll be back once we get into the mansion.
Alpha Team is flying around the forest zone, situated in northwest Raccon City, where we are searching for the helicopter of our compatriots, Bravo Team, who disappeared during the middle of their mission.
Haven't found it yet?
No, not yet, Brad. Bizarre murder cases have recently occurred in Raccoon City. There are outlandish reports of families being attacked by a group of about 10 people. Victims were apparently eaten. The Bravo team was sent in to investigate, but we lost contact.
Look, Chris.
Bravo team's helicopter was a derelict. Save for the remaining body of Kevin. We continued our search for the other members, and it turned into a nightmare. This way. Damn it! Make for that mansion!
There are only 3 S.T.A.R.S members left now. Captain Wesker, Barry, and myself. We don't know where Chris is.
What is this place?
Not quite your ordinary house, that's for sure.
Hey, Wesker, where's Chris?
Jill, no. You don't want to go back out there.
But we've got to find...
What was that?
Chris?
No.
Jill, go and investigate.
I'm going with her. Chris and I go back a long way.
All right. You two go. I'll secure this area.
Stay sharp. dining room.
And here we are, we're starting off the game as Jill. Reason why I picked Jill for this playthrough is
I
because
think you better take a
the
look at this.
actual
What is it?
the canonical version of the story is
What?
that it's Jill who survives the mission because of Barry's
Jill,
inclusion in
see if you
Resident
can find
Evil
any other
3
clues.
and of course Revelations 2, which has
examining this.
happened
Let's just hope it's not Chris's.
just about a few months after this game was released. So it's quite interesting. Don't get me wrong, I do like playing as Chris as well. So we're now just starting to get to the point where we get introduced to the zombies. And for those who may or may not know, I'm actually doing the One Dangerous Zombie run. I did this on my own personal YouTube channel a couple of years ago, and I said that if I ever got the chance to redo it, I would for the actual YouTube channel, which came about. And I apologise if I sound like I'm slow in my speech. I haven't been drinking. I'd like to point that out. I caught my lip earlier this week, and it's swollen up quite a bit. So yeah,
Barry!
What is
I'm a
it?
bit of pain recording
Look
this,
out,
but
it's a monster!
it's just what you have to do, isn't it?
Let me take care of it.
Gotta love how like it takes 3 shots with a magnum to put this one zombie down, and yet when you actually do get the magnum, it's a one-hit
What
kill.
the hell is this thing?
I always found
I
that to
found
be
Kenneth
very strange,
killed by
even in
this
the
thing.
PS1
report this to Wesker.
Saturn version of the game. They took 3 shots, but anyway, we're about to start the adventure now. So I'm going to go and tell Wesker what's actually going on in this mansion. Now, I will apologise because I haven't played this game in quite a bit. I might be rusty in some areas, so if there's... I'll explain when it gets to certain points when I'm a bit rusty. It's
Good idea.
mostly the puzzles. Some I can remember like off the top of my head, and then some I'd have to really work out. So just quickly moving the story. Thought about going out into the graveyard, but I quickly changed my mind and back down the stairs to generate the next mini cut sequence.
Barry,
Any luck, Jill?
no, nothing. What's going on around here? I can't figure it out.
Sorry for
Here.
slurping then.
Chris, and now
Just taking a
Wesker.
quick drink
There's not much we can
because
do.
talking really makes your
We can
throat
search
go
for him
dry. So
separately. I'll investigate
don't
the
have
dining room.
Okay,
croaky
then, I'll try
vocals
the
during
door
this
on the
let's
other
play.
side.
This mansion is gigantic. We could easily get lost. Let's start from the first floor.
Okay.
Oh, I almost forgot. It's a lockpick.
I really wish when they redid this back on the Gamecube that they actually kept, you know, the Master of Unlocking
Thanks.
line,
I may need
and
it.
later
Listen,
on in this episode the
something
Jill
happens.
sandwich line.
Let's meet up in this hall.
Yeah, the Jill
Got it.
sandwich line has a slight
Okay.
variation of it, but it's more of an iconic line. More so interesting when you hear Claire reference it in Revelations. Oh, sorry, Revelations 2 I should say. Because it's not referenced in this version. So yeah, bit bizarre. But anyway, carry on. This is where I'm gonna go and get the map for the first floor. Considering I've completed this game a ton of times, I still like to get the maps. So if there's any areas I need to look for and try and explore, I can easily do it that way. So yeah, now I'm just pushing the chest, the drawers back to the entranceway to where you get the self-defense knife, or the paper opener, whatever you want to call it. In the books and all that, it's always referred to as a paper opener, letter opener, I should say. And here comes the 10-foot tall zombie. here he comes. And I'm going to attempt to dodge this guy, so just turn my back on him. Not normally what you do, and there you go, you just got past him. And now just jump over here. And as you can see, I'm trying to push the drawers against the entrance a bit more, so he's definitely kept in, but didn't need to. The drawers were actually very, very against the wall there, so now it's time to do a bit more exploring. Exploring, I should say. So it's time to go back into the dining hall, and I think I'm making a mistake here. Let's find out. Yeah, sorry, I was just taking a quick drink there. Yeah, I forgot to pick up the ink ribbon, which you'll see later on really, really comes to bite me in the ass. So we come down here and we see Kenneth, so we'll pick up what he's holding, which happens to be the mini DV tape. It's just weird seeing like mini DV tapes in a game at the moment, because mini DV was a big media format of media when I was at college, so yeah, quite cool. And now you're going to see me go and pick up this green herb. I'm trying to do as much as... What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to limit the amount of first aid sprays I'm picking up. So, try to get a slightly better score than I would do if you use first aid sprays. I know this game you do get penalised for first aid spray usage. So the first thing I'm going to do now is quickly combine these herbs, and we'll carry on. And we got past this zombie, he didn't even notice us, and then to my shock that zombie just comes out of nowhere. Normally if you trigger that one zombie down the hallway, this one remains in its place. So I never did this before, so and this is where I get to use the dagger straight in the head, pick up the clip, which will be needed, dodge him again, and unlock the door. Now this is where you're going to start to notice a bit of a difference if you've never seen One Dangerous Zombie. Normally there'd be a zombie roaming around here, but because of Forrest being in hot pursuit of whoever you play as, whether it's Jill or Chris, basically you've got this one window of opportunity to deal with the blue diamond. And basically when I come back in here with the sword key, you'll see that Forrest decides to try and chase me about in a very Benny Hill-esque way. So now I'm just thinking, yeah, let's undo this arrowhead. And the arrowhead is made from petoid, sometimes referred to as poor man's emerald. And I will try and do a bit of a reading for each of the entries. Not all of them, but some of them. So here we go, we're going into the graveyard. And to be fair, this zombie is easy to dodge. I'll just wait for it and then just run round and have him throw up. Now you've got to keep to the far side where that zombie isn't standing, because that will actually trigger the zombie on the opposite side. We use the arrow head and we open up the underground section, which will lead us to the Book of Curses and the place where you deal with the death masks. The death masks have been put in to replace the star emblems and all this, but they are still in the game, so don't worry about it. So we've just got the Book of Curse, and let's see about the key, which should be on the back here. Yep. And I will remove it. So we've got the mansion key, Book of Curses, the 4 masks, A mask that speaks no evil, a mask that smells no evil, a mask that sees no evil, a mask that... oh, that one's a bit too quick. And when all four fall into place, the evil will awake. Now let's quickly look at the key, and we see that it's the sword key, so we can now carry on with the exploration of the mansion. So at the moment I'm just waiting for the zombie to come by, so I can then make a quick run for it. So now he's got his back turned, run, hug the wall again, and pretty much run back to the mansion. There are some parts in this playthrough that I've done which I've been able to dodge certain zombies with ease, and then there's others where I absolutely fail at it, so yeah. There's going to be some good fun to come, and the first thing I've done is I've come up here and use a sword key to open the door. So basically if I'm getting chased in that hallway there, I can literally bolt towards the hallway door, which I think I'll do later on in this episode. So yeah, I'm just doing this commentary kind of like as a reactionary commentary, and using the sword key here. And we are now going to enter the most iconic room in Resident Evil 1 history. For those who have played the game since '96, you'll know this is where the dogs come through the window. So I'll just push the chest thing there, and the window's just had a small glass bits broken out. So the dogs are prepared to come through the window. So I'm just going to carry on running around. No, in normal and easy mode, there's actually a clip underneath that chest drawer type thing, so don't have to worry about that. And now I'm going to go and use the lockpick to get the herbicide for the plant on the other side of the mansion. Not plant 42, but a different plant altogether. Also, you noticed that I didn't run to the opposite side of that section of the courtyard. If I would have done, that would have triggered the dogs, and that would have been a bit of wasted ammo. And on this difficulty, you don't want to waste your ammo at all. So coming into the bathroom where I'm gonna trigger a zombie. Sorry, spoilers ahead. If I remember right, on Director's Cut was the first time that there was a zombie in this room. I think it was Director's Cut. It's been a while since I played that. But you can get the classic PS1 versions on PlayStation Network if you've got a PS3, so there's always that option. And I've picked up another dagger. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and grab myself a shotgun. Basically, the shotgun's one of the best items to get right away as Jill. You trigger you trigger the infamous ceiling cutscene, but it's good because in certain places, especially this early on in the game, having the shotgun is ideal because you can actually clear a lot of zombies. So there you go, there's the warning. And it's interesting that they brought that idea back in Resident Evil 7, but instead of the ceiling coming down on you, it actually locks the door behind you. So yeah, that was one of the moments of Resident Evil 7 where I was like, okay, this does feel like an old school Resident Evil, and the door won't open. And this one won't open, so now it's time to get Barry to save us.
Wesker! Barry! Help!
Jill, you in there?
Barry? Get me out of here! The door's jammed!
Stand back! Grab my hand!
At this point, I realised I forgot to turn off notifications, so you will
was a
see
close
stuff
one.
like
A second
fact
late,
that I'm part
you
of a
would've
John
fit
Bomb
nicely into a
community on
sandwich.
PlayStation 4
Really?
come up. You'll see a
Thanks.
few friends pop up throughout
But
the
Barry, didn't you say
Let's
you
Play.
were going back to the dining room to find other clues? I'm glad and all, but why are you here?
I just had something I wanted to check. Anyway, we should get back to searching for Wesker and Chris.
Thanks, Barry. I owe you one.
Don't mention it.
So now I'm going to be quiet when I come through this door, because I think you can hear the beginning of the chasing forest. No, couldn't hear him. I don't think. I'll have to re-listen to that in the edit. But yeah, that's the first area where you get forest, and yeah, he's not going to be bothering us anytime soon. If you remember back to when I said I think I made a grave mistake at the beginning of the game, you'll see why in about 3-4 minutes. So what I'll do is I'll drop off combat knife, and I'll just do my general switch about. So got the herbs in, got the key, and I've even dropped the shotgun for the time being, because at the moment it's all about running around trying to avoid zombies at the best possible chance. And this is just talking about how to dispose of the zombies, because in this game some zombies will come back, so you need to incinerate the body or destroy the head, so that zombie I just headshotted will not be coming back to bother us. And also it's telling you about the oil, but you need to find a lighter. Thankfully I know where the lighter is. So switch to the handgun, pick up the fuel canteen, and we'll fill this up. And I think at this point I thought, oh, I know where there's a quick ink ribbon. And then I realise where I'm going to be going. Crap, there's a quick zombie. I'm trying to get a headshot on him, so I've put him down, but because I haven't got the lighter I can't incinerate him, and he's getting back up. So put another 2 bullets into him and quickly reload. So I've unlocked that door. And another thing I do like about this version of Resident Evil is that the zombies can actually come through the door. If you keep an eye on the door in a second, you'll start to see it sway. Oh no, sorry, I stand corrected. I think that's in later on in the game, but I actually get that footage. So I've picked up another clip, and the dog whistle, which is an important part. So now I've run to the desk, thinking that there's going to be an ink ribbon around here, and all you get is a lighter. So now the next plan is to store the wooden... Well, no, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to burn the body. Then I'm going to store the piece of wood that I've just picked up. That piece of wood is the way you get the second floor map. So now I'm got to run all the way back to the other side of the mansion. I've even put the dog whistle in because unlike Real Survivor, the item boxes are all connected, which is one of the reasons why I need to really practice and play through Real Survivor on my own first before I even consider doing it on the channel. I might do it on stream later down this year, because I think that could be quite a fun stream. And I've quickly dodged this zombie. And as you can see, pretty much once you get rid of those, get past that zombie, you know that you're in the clear.
Barry,
Jill, got any good news?
Other than I'm still alive in this madhouse? No.
I can't say it's much safer here either. We'd better secure our escape route first. There's gotta be a back door somewhere.
Alright then, let's split up again.
Hey, hold on a sec. Look what I've found.
What?
A can of fizz. It's sure to yellow and mellow those things. It's yours.
Good thing about these
Hopefully
mini
you won't have to
cutscenes
use
is you can actually have quick smoke.
What about you?
Oh, don't worry. I like the buddy system we have here.
I see. Thanks, I'll take it.
See you later.
Ciao.
Also, I'm recording the second part of the Let's Play around about the same sort of time, so hopefully these should be up pretty much simultaneously. So yeah, we're about to go through this bit, and I will be quiet for this one moment because Forrest is about. So yeah, the key for dealing with Forrest is quite simply run for it. You cannot shoot him because he's got C4 and grenades strapped to him, and that is an instant game over, which makes navigating areas like here an absolute nightmare. So what I'll do is I'll quickly run past this zombie, let him barf up. And just to be 1000% sure, I'm going to burn this body, and a rare scaramouche has appeared. I think my friend, if she sees this, will have a nice little giggle about that. And we've come to an item box, and I'm going to pull in the acid rounds, and I'm going to go and collect the battery pack and a couple of other items, including more kerosene to burn the bodies. Here we are, and in the one corner you can see the broken shotgun. If you're playing it with Chris, you need to do the broken shotgun in place because Barry isn't with you, and you don't find Rebecca at all a lot later in this version of the game. Now, did I pick up kerosene? I can't remember, but I do know I'm coming up to a Crimson Head fight, which is the first Crimson Head in the game. So dodge the zombie. And I do believe I'm going to be saving up as well in a few moments time. So we'll just no, we're going to go and save. And this is where I'm going to call it for the first part of the Let's Play. So thank you everybody for watching and pulling up with my rambling. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe, feel free. Leave any comments. about the gameplay, how you think I'm going to get on. I'm aiming for a 0 death run, and I'll see you all in the next part. So, goodbye.